So then guys, with WWDC 2025 around the corner, what other Apple events are going to be happening between now and the end of 2025? Well, today I'm going to discuss all the upcoming Apple events that are expected to come in 2025 and what products we're likely going to see too. But first of all then, let's talk about the imminent kind of event what's going to happen, what is WWDC 2025, and that is starting on June 9th. Now, technically I say this starts on June 9th. This is when we're going to get the keynote and everything, but Apple like to do the WWDC week for the rest of that week, obviously showing developers, helping them with their code and things like this. But at that event on June 9th, well, it's a Monday, that is where we will see the updates to new versions of iOS 19, iPadOS 19, macOS, tvOS. You get the idea, all of the major kind of operating systems from Apple, but we may also see some new devices too. We may also see the new AirTags, for example. There's a slight possibility we may see a new Mac Pro. We may also see the likelihood of a new kind of home pod, or kind of calling it the home pad, what's kind of like an iPad screen to operate all your bits and pieces at home. We may also see a new Apple TV at this event too. But obviously that is the first big event what's going to be happening in 2025, and that is like less than a month away now. It's not long at all until that actually happens. So everyone is super excited for that. But the next big event what's going to happen, and this is the one that I think most people are really excited about, is the one what will happen in September time. Now this is the event where we are most likely going to see the next generation of Apple Watches, and also we're going to see the next generation, of course, of the iPhone. So let's start out then with the Apple Watches to start with. We're most likely going to see the Apple Watch Series 11 being announced. And obviously that will probably come in two sizes again like it has in previous years. But what I would be saying, actual design-wise, probably not a lot's going to change with it. It's going to be a very similar design to the Apple Watch Series 10, because obviously that was the last one that had a kind of major design update. We may get a new kind of blood pressure sensor built into this. Also, the screen might be a little bit more brighter and things like this. But what I wouldn't be saying, I wouldn't be expecting a major big leap in battery life or anything like that. This is quite unlikely we're going to get there. But the other new watch we're probably going to see is the new Apple Watch Ultra 3. Now with this watch, this one definitely looks like it's going to be having a slight kind of adjustment with its actual design, what we're all really excited to see. And then also we're going to probably get some new sensors added into this, and also some new capabilities. One capability that we may get into this is a new ability to do SOS calling, so satellite connectivity. So if you're stuck in the wilderness somewhere and you obviously don't have a phone signal, you'll be able to use your Apple Watch to do an SOS call. And personally, I think this is something that should have been available, in the original Apple Watch Ultra, because this is what the Apple Watch Ultra is designed for. But it's going to be here now. So this is definitely a great feature that we're going to have inside of this next generation of the watch. But with the actual design-wise for it, we're probably going to get a slightly bigger display inside of this. Obviously, the Apple Watch Ultra right now does have a big kind of bezel that goes around it. This might be slimmed down this time, and also that the screen will get a little bit bigger there. And also the thickness might be slightly less. But obviously, our new kind of sensors-wise, where I was talking about like that blood rate, sort of blood pressure sort of sensor, that'll probably get carried over, things like that. But I would also say that battery life is probably going to be maintained exactly the same kind of life what we get with the Ultra 2 right now. Now, something else that a lot of people are expecting to see at the September event are probably new AirPods, but we actually have had a new leak in recently saying now the AirPods Pro 3rd generation, or AirPods Pro 3, is being delayed out now till 2026. That's when we're going to get them. They're not going to be coming out in 2025, unfortunately. So yeah, a bit some disappointing news there. But where there is some great news, and that is to do with the iPhone 17 models. We're expecting to get 4 models, and also with them we're going to get some big design updates, and also the introduction of a brand new model. So starting out then with the simple sort of iPhone, I call it the normal iPhone 17. It's going to look very similar to the last generation, but we've also been told with this iPhone it's going to be slightly bigger, that it's going to have a 6.3-inch display. With this also it's going to have ProMotion for the first time in a standard iPhone, what a lot of us are really excited about. But overall the actual feel is going to be exactly the same. We're going to have 2 lenses on the back and everything like that. But yeah, we're really excited to see that, and it will have the new A19. But the next iPhone, what a lot of people are most curious about, is the new iPhone 17 Air or the iPhone 17 Slim. And this is a new iPhone built from the ground up this time with a new design. And the idea of this phone, it's going to be around about, say, about 5.5 millimeters thick. So it's going to be a super thin iPhone out there. And with this one, we're only going to get one camera on the back. We're going to get ProMotion. It's going to have a display about 6.5 inches big or so, or 6.6 inches big. And this is going to be an incredible piece of engineering to see. Now, obviously, this is the phone that where a lot of us want to get our hands on to see how good it is going to be, like with battery life, and also how good just having one camera on the back is like, and also having a super thin phone in your pocket. Is it going to be subject to Bendgate or anything like that? We'll just have to wait and see on that one when that does come out. But then there's 2 more other phones that are going to come out, and that is the iPhone 17 Pro and also the iPhone 17 Pro Max at this Apple event. And obviously with that, we've been hearing some upgrades. We're going to be guessing here it's going to have this new kind of bar design on the back. We're also going to get like likes of the A19 Pro put inside of it, a better display in this too, and lots of other kind of upgrades like better kind of telephoto cameras, and also other bits and pieces too that I've covered in my previous videos. Now, there is one more other Apple event that's probably going to happen in 2025, but before that, I want to tell you about the giveaway that is happening on this channel for this right here. This here is a MacBook Air, and I'm giving away this MacBook Air to one lucky subscriber on this channel at the end of June time. And the great thing is, you can still enter into this giveaway right now. All you have to do at this stage is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it is going to be a new iPhone, maybe it's going to be a new Apple Watch, maybe it's got nothing to do with Apple whatsoever. It could be that new Nintendo Switch 2, it could be, say, an RTX graphics card. Well, let me know in the comments below. Now, the other part of the giveaway, like I said, that is going to be happening at the end of June time, where I'll be giving you more details about this, including when I'm going to do the live stream for the actual giveaway, the date for that, and also there'll be a form to fill in too. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on that video. And plus, you also want to be a subscriber too, because I'm giving this away to a lucky subscriber. The last thing I want to tell you about the actual MacBook Air itself is also it's been upgraded too. So it actually has the full fat version of the M4, what I like to call it, the 10-core CPU, the 10-core GPU. It isn't a binned version. There's also 24 gigabytes of RAM inside of it, and it's also been upgraded with its storage to 512 gigabytes. It is not the baseline version. And like I said, one lucky person could be getting their hands on this, being sent to them at the end of June time this year. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there, people trying to impersonate me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people, basically right here. Please do report them. So, moving on from this then, it looks like there'll be one more event happening in 2025, and that will be around the end of October time, beginning of November time, and this will be the introduction of the next generation of the M series chips and those devices. So this is going to be the M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max. And more than likely, we are going to see the next generations of the MacBook Pros. We're not going to get an update in its design this year. It looks like that's going to be next year. So if you're looking for a MacBook Pro with OLED display, that's probably going to be next year or even into 2027. So we'll just have to wait on that one. But obviously, we're going to get a few more cores, a bit more efficiency, a bit more speed. That's going to be really exciting to see. Now, something else that we could potentially see is an update to the iMac to have the M5 put inside of it. And also the Mac Mini may also get the M5 and the M5 Pro inside of it. In the past though, ever since we had the original iMac, what had the M1, it skipped out on getting the M2, but it's had the M3 and M4, and the same with the Mac Mini. It got M1, it got M2 and M2 Pro, missed out completely on the M3 series, and it went straight to M4. So yeah, like I said, these could not have them, these two sort of devices out there, these two different products. There is also the possibility we may also see the iPad being updated, so specifically the iPad Pro with an M5, but I think that you wouldn't be getting the iMac and you wouldn't be getting the likes of the Mac Mini with that. Probably the MacBook Pros and the iPads, if they're going to do that, be all kind of the Pro kind of range out there. But we'll have to wait and see, and as we get clearer to the end of 2025, I think a lot of more things will come a lot clearer there of exactly what's going to happen at that event. But really guys, those are the three big events coming up still for 2025. Are you excited for them? Are you going to get any of these products that are coming out? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well guys, it's time to wrap up this video too, so if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.